Hey everybody, welcome to Jwickshealth. Today's topic, food hygiene. Yes, food hygiene, very important. Now you want to try to adopt safe food handling practices so you don't get no food-borne illnesses. Very important. Now about 5,000 people each year die in the United States from food poisoning. Bacteria such as Listeria, E.coli, and Salmonella can cause life-threatening illnesses in the very young, pregnant women, and older adults. Now obviously bacteria can cause life-threatening in anybody, but especially the very old pregnant women and very young, very, very susceptible to such illnesses. Now food contamination can handle in the storage of food, handling of food, and cooking of food. It can also happen in restaurants, stores, and in your home. So always keep this in mind whenever you're handling food. Very, very important. Now cooked food can become contaminated when it comes in contact with raw food. So keep this in mind when you go grocery shopping. Keep them separated, bag them separated, and when you get them home, store them separately. And try to use separate cutting boards when preparing raw or cooked food. And especially when you get done cutting, always make sure you wash your utensils thoroughly. Now all food obviously needs to be cooked thoroughly. Now it was only thought in the past that the only way to get rid of bacteria in food that needed to be cooked was to make sure you cook it thoroughly. However, that's not the case. The best way is that, especially with meats, they all need to be cooked at a certain temperature for a certain amount of time, and the best way to figure that out is with a meat thermometer. Now, safe refrigeration. Foods that need to go in the refrigerator need to be kept at a temperature of below 40 degrees. Try to keep a refrigerator thermometer inside the refrigerator and make sure you check the temperature regularly and adjust it accordingly to make sure that it's staying below the 40 degrees. Very important. And try to keep, obviously, kitchen hygiene in mind. Whenever handling food, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. And when you go to dry your hands, try to use some type of a disposable towel, paper towel in other words. Try not to use any type of a cloth towel, because if you continually use it, that's a place that bacteria can stay and grow. And make sure obviously you keep this in mind, okay, because washing your hands, obviously, after you get done touching the food, but before you touch the food, if you just got done using the telephone, wash your hands. If you got done going to the bathroom, wash your hands. Anything at all like that that you've touched that could cause any type of germs or anything on it, make sure you wash your hands. Your hands should be nice and clean before you touch the food. Simple little things like this can go a long, long way in preventing illnesses. And just keep in mind, sometimes there's certain diseases or you get sick or whatever that you have no control over. Yeah, well, this is one of the things that you do have a lot of control over. Make sure you keep the food separated, wash your hands before and after touching the food, dry your hands with a paper towel, keep the refrigerator below 40 degrees, cooking the food, make sure it's thoroughly cooked, use a meat thermometer, make sure it's cooked at the proper temperature, and hopefully bacteria such as E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella won't appear in your household. Well, that's all the time I have for right now. Thanks for watching Jwickshealth. I'll see you again here next week.